Okay, so this is part 3 of the DSAS tutorials, and we're back. So here we're picking up off, you made your shorelines, they each have their individual layers named appropriately based on the image year and the year that you digitized, and then they have their own color. And so these are their attribute tables. I'm just going to show you how I got those open. You right click on your layer, attribute table, and so you can see our 2010 shoreline was segmented. That's because we digitized the bluff toe and the bluff top. And so you can see there's different segments of this layer and this line. And so you can see in each of those segments, it has some information. It has the date, the uncertainty, the shape length is auto-populated, but remember we typed all this stuff in. So that's the same here for Shoreline 2023. You can see that it has its attributes according to the segment. So now the DSAS interface wants a single shoreline file. And so even though you just made a bunch of different layers, the layer is your digitized line. You made a bunch of those for all your different shorelines. Now it's time to just have it in one uniform file so that it can import properly and you can get your rate of change overall. And let's do it. So this is the merge tool. And you can get to that just by going to analysis tools, and then you can type in what you want to do. So we're going to merge. Okay, so then you want to make sure that your ArcGIS Pro is up to date, and you're going to put in your shoreline layers, all of them here. You're going to name it something that you can find easily, something that is intuitive, so that if you ever look at this like 2 years down the line, you'll know exactly what the file is. And then these are the fields that are going to populate in your merged layer. And so this just keeps your data pathway. If you ever need more information about what a tool does, you can hover over this information bubble. But what we're going to do here is run this. And this doesn't make sense in terms of the name, so we're going to change that. Just a shorelines merge. And that's in my same geodatabase, easily organized in my catalog view, where we originally created our layers to generate these lines. So it's all in the same space. So once the merge completes, it goes into your, I call it the table of contents, it's your map contents here. So you can check that out. You can turn off these other shorelines and make sure that your shorelines merge are both of, or all of your shorelines are now combined. You can just check that visually, but you also want to check that in the attribute table. So you can see here, they are merged. We have some interesting overlapping features, and that'll be something that we can actually analyze. And so here we go. Now we want to check out the attributes. And you can see that it's all really nicely named in here. We have our appropriate dates for each segment. And then the uncertainties are still appropriate. So we know that it merged properly. So now you're ready for the final step. And this is the part where you take your data from ArcGIS Pro and put it into the DSAS interface. So remember, it needs that geojson file type. And so what you're going to do is go to your analysis tools, and then the tool is called features to JSON. Okay, here it is. And you're going to import what you want to take away from ArcGIS Pro. So we want our shorelines merge that we just made, that layer, and we also want our baselines. Remember, name it something intuitive. So shorelines merge, and then we do want it to output to geojson because that is what DSAS wants. So make sure that's checked. And we don't need it to be formatted. And we don't need to project it or use this. So we're going to run that. All right. And then we're going to convert our baseline. Same thing checked, just different name, correct file. Okay, so it's complete. So we're going to save our ArcGIS Pro, and then you're going to take those geojson files and you're going to import them how I showed you in the first video. So that's the end of the tutorial, and let me know if you have any questions.